Hey guys, Exile Phoenix here, and today I'll be talking about how to fix your merc build. Well, at least for early stages, until you get like 12,000 health. It's become really bad in the sense that Flame Link does not have enough damage to transfer to your merc because of your low health pool. Once you have enough currency to go ahead with Flame Link, once you have about 14,000 health, then you can go with Flame Link. But for now, I think the best option is to use Destructive Link. Now, Destructive Link gives the target 44 crit multi and also main hand critical strike chance of the merc is equal to mine, right? So for this build, I am using a Tripanon. So the weapon critical strike chance is always at 100. Everything else is just armor bases with life and races, right? And some attribute fixing, and the Siege of Benevolence, because for the last suffix that it has, non-unique utility flask you use applied to linked targets, right? So when you take a look at your merc, these are the items that you need to have. So I use Many Shot. You can also use Frostblade. You can use the Kinetic Wanderer that you find. So whatever that uses an elemental skill, you can do the same for all your mercs, right? I'll talk about this merc here, and I'll show you another merc that'll just completely break the build. But for now, yes. So what you do is you run an Imperial Bow. Because it gives elemental damage, you don't need crit. So Imperial Blow or Ticket Bow would be best for attack speed. Just find a bow that has cold damage, lightning damage, and or fire damage, right? All three or two of these, and you run it. So this bow cost me 2 chaos. It's nothing. So it's very gettable. Then the quiver is dropped. You can get something like this for another 2 chaos. So it's just damage, physical damage, or cold damage, lightning damage on fire damage on bow. So physical damage on quiver, because Ice Shot converts it into physical damage. So these two are mandatory, right? Depending on the merc that you're running. If it's Many Shot, sure, bow and quiver. If it's the Kinetis, then you use a wand, right? So these two are not mandatory. What is mandatory is Madeline's Fallacy. This gives 226 or more global crit multi, and critical hit chance is low. But since you use Tripanon with Destructive Link, the crit chance on the merc becomes 100, and the crit multi is 2 to 6, right? And then we have Barracks Respite. If you have a crit multi ring, a rare ring, that's even better. But these were like really cheap, so I got a Barracks ring, just more fire damage. And then we have Taming. It gives more chance to free shock and ignite, and also with cold damage, lightning, and some extra fire damage from here, they will be ignited, shocked, and chilled, because all of our hits are critical strikes, right? And then we use Soul Thirst. Now Soul Thirst, it gives Soul Eater, which increases attack speed of the merc, but this is only during when we have a utility flask running, right? So with the Siege of Benevolence, we transfer the flask effect to Soul Thirst, and then you get attack speed. So this is the idea behind what you use for the merc. Sometimes it won't work in this condition. So Earthchecker, you have to check the gems, right? In Ground Slam, he's got Brutality. So you don't deal chaos damage and no elemental damage. So which means our this idea of the build that I just introduced for many shot and kineticist won't work here because of brutality. Otherwise it would, and it would have been amazing, but because of brutality, it does not work. Now, as for the gems, we are running Purity of Elements, Haste, Anger. So I am still working on the reservation efficiency. As you can see, I've gone for reservation efficiency here and over here. I can equip Anger as well after I get Charisma, which I am working on. But yeah, so let's move on. I am using Haste and not Anger for now. In the helmet, we have Enduring Cry, Cast when damage taken support, and Molten Shell. So there is an option that we can go for here. I haven't thought about it much. In the body armor, we have Animate Guardian, Ray Spectre, Minion Life, and Meat Shield. Animate Guardian, I only have Lear Cast for now, which gives this damage over here. Lear Cast, unique helmet. I think I can show, right? Yeah, here you go. So Lear Cast and everything else is just some armor and useless stuff that dropped, right? So this is what's most important. He doesn't survive much, but it does the job. So for Ray Spectre, we need 2 monkeys, the Carnage Chieftains, to give French charges. And then we have Leap Slam, Fast Attacks, Cross Blink, and Destructive Link, this one. And on the board, we have Elemental Weakness, Arrogance Support with Vitality and Precision. So we reserve a little bit of life. And then we pick up this point here to get +1 to all maximum elemental rest when you have life and mana reserved. Okay. Now, Ascendancy wise, we are not going for Light Radius because this is completely and utter bullshit when it comes to low level maps and without currency, without your health being about 12,000, it makes no sense. So you grab Oath of Fealty so that you have infinite attachment duration, and then I have unique belts, unique rings, and unique amulets, and then for legendary arms, right? Now, there is an option if you keep dying, you can go for Loyal Bodyguard. This will help a lot. But then you will have to give up on unique rings and unique belt. So Soul Thirst and the 2 unique rings will have to go. Still, if you aren't dying, I think there'll be enough damage. Yeah, so this has changed a lot in the damage wise section. I couldn't do T10 maps with Flame Link. I had Nikta's Lantern as well, and I stacked Light Radius. It's completely useless for now. So what we can do is I'll run a map here, a T14 map. Yeah, T14 map. Okay. I couldn't complete my Atlas either because the damage was really, really horrible. But now it's pretty good. So check if that's the map that you have. Still, I've spent like 25 chaos for all of the items. So the damage is not great, but it's very doable because before it wasn't doable. You couldn't even survive a single map because you couldn't beat any mob that came up actually. I'll just skip the abyss for now. So as you can see, the clear is pretty good. Damage on Reyes is pretty good. Let's see if I can find the boss in this map. my... Jeez, the boss. Dying pretty quickly. It's a T40 map, so I'm actually pretty happy with it, with the damage that I do. So yeah, yeah. So this is how you can fix your build and get a better merc actually. So this merc is kind of useless. It has cold pin, chain, and pierce. So chain and pierce does no damage at all. So if you find a good merc, yeah, this will really perk things out for you for the early game, because I know most of the people who's gone Luminary has been suffering. So yeah, well, best of luck to all of you. Thank you.